Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're tackling something that is absolutely going to change how you look at the financial markets. Seriously, what actually separates the consistently profitable traders from the ones who, completely blow up their accounts? Well, I can tell you right now, it's not about having better technical analysis. It's actually a biological war, and it's happening entirely inside the human brain. So today, we're uncovering the hidden edge that creates millionaire traders. We're talking about the biology of discipline. Okay, let's dive into this with a story from our source material that just completely blew my mind. So there's this former NASA engineer, a literal rocket scientist with an IQ probably higher than most people's golf scores, right? He had this systematic trading strategy that had been profitable for 2 straight years. It had crystal clear rules, beautifully back-tested data, the whole shebang. But then, during one incredibly volatile week, he took 3 losing trades in a row. And what did he do? He doubled down on the 4th. And then he literally tripled down on the 5th. By the end of that week, this brilliant guy had completely wiped out 6 months of profits. Why? Because his caveman brain, his deep evolutionary survival instinct, just completely hijacked his rocket scientist intellect during a losing streak.
To actually understand why that happens, we have to look at a biological phenomenon known as the amygdala hijacked. See, your brain's limbic system, which is that super ancient part responsible for keeping you alive, it doesn't understand things like complex probabilities or expected financial value. It literally only knows one thing: threat versus safety. So when a trade suddenly moves against you, your amygdala fires up in the exact same way it would if a literal predator were chasing you through the jungle. Stress hormones completely flood your system, and your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that actually handles logical, rational decision-making, it simply goes offline. It just shuts down. You really have to realize that traders aren't just fighting the market. They are quite literally fighting millions of years of evolutionary wiring every single time they click buy or sell.
And honestly, that biological reality results in a pretty staggering statistic. 80%, that is the massive percentage of retail traders who actually lose money. And why? Well, it largely comes down to the most unsexy topic in all of finance, which is ignoring risk management. Look, you're never going to see viral thumbnails with shocked faces talking about proper portfolio heat calculations, right? But ignoring this foundational stuff is exactly why 80% fail. Professional traders, on the flip side, they don't just look at absolute returns. They absolutely obsess over risk-adjusted returns. They want to know exactly how much return they're getting for every single unit of risk taken, because they know for a fact that unchecked biological impulses will completely destroy an unmanaged account. Now, what's really interesting to see here is the sheer mathematical devastation of drawdowns. It is genuinely terrifying. Think about it. If you let your emotions take over and you lose 50% of your account, you don't just need a 50% gain to get back to where you started. No, you need a 100% gain just to break even. Lose 75%? You suddenly need a 300% return. And if you lose 90% of your capital because of an amygdala hijack, you have to pull off a miraculous 900% return just to get back to zero. This brutal math proves exactly why institutional traders are just absolutely obsessed with drawdown control and portfolio heat. Every single trade they make is meticulously sized based on their maximum acceptable loss. But here's the thing. Risk management isn't just for losing streaks. Imagine you're up 20% for the month. Every single instinct in your body is probably screaming at you to press your advantage, right? You feel incredibly smart, like you finally cracked the market's secret code. But here is the counterintuitive truth. Elite professionals actually reduce their position sizes after a massive win. They don't increase them. No way. They do this to protect their capital from the inevitable cold streak and that deadly, deadly trap of overconfidence. They understand deeply that a hot streak is usually just statistical variance. It's not some permanent upgrade in their skill level. So, does all this mean you need to just become an emotionless robot? Not at all. Actually, scratch that. Being emotionally numb is completely counterproductive. Emotions are actually vital information. Think of it like this. Fear is simply a data point signaling risk, and greed is just a data point signaling opportunity. The real skill of a professional trader isn't in trying to eliminate these feelings. The true skill is creating psychological distance between the stimulus and the response. Successful traders still feel the fear when a position moves against them. Absolutely. But they take a step back, interpret that feeling as data, and flat out refuse to let it override their pre-planned exit strategy. So the crucial point is that discipline really isn't about raw willpower.
Willpower is finite, and honestly, it's pretty unreliable. True discipline is entirely about system design. Before a pro even thinks about entering a trade, they mechanically evaluate their setup criteria, their risk-to-reward ratio, their overall portfolio exposure, their stop-loss, and their profit target. By making all of these really hard decisions mechanically during the calm planning phase, they completely remove discretionary decision-making from the emotional heat of the live trade. The hard work is already done long before the amygdala even has a chance to freak out.
And it's exactly this systematic approach that separates reactive traders from proactive traders. Reactive trading? That's your typical retail trader, chasing news headlines, acting on FOMO, and jumping into a stock just because it's moving. It's kind of like constantly trying to catch a bus that has already left the station. On the other side, you have proactive trading. Professionals survive the absolute inherent uncertainty of the market by preparing for multiple futures instead of trying to predict just one. They position themselves for probable scenarios, and then they calmly execute pre-planned recovery protocols when things inevitably go wrong. And this brilliantly illustrates why the most successful traders treat their psychology just as seriously as their chart analysis. They actually utilize rigorous psychological training protocols. We're talking regular, brutally honest self-assessment. It means the mental rehearsal of high-stress scenarios way before the market even opens. They're asking themselves, what will I do if this trade immediately tanks? What if I catch a massive winner early in the day? They also have incredibly strict recovery protocols for losing streaks. These traders are using the exact same mental visualization techniques as Olympic athletes and Navy SEALs to build automatic neural pathways. So when chaos strikes, their calm, measured response is fully automatic. Now, when you build that kind of mental armor, your overall goals fundamentally shift. The retail trading culture, they love to celebrate the 500% home run, that massive account doubling YOLO trade. But the professional goal, it's all about grinding out base hits and consistent singles. It is entirely about the math of compounding. When you have the discipline to execute small, proven edges consistently over a long period of time, the law of large numbers just takes over. Hitting home runs occasionally, sure, that'll get you some great screenshots for social media. But grinding out consistent singles, that is what produces extraordinary, generational wealth. Let's move to and see how this builds into one of the most fascinating psychological shifts in professional finance, the wild difference between a sloppy winning trade and a perfect losing trade. To your average retail trader, a win is a win, right? But professional traders judge their success strictly by process execution. If they completely abandon their rules but happen to get lucky and make money, which is a sloppy winning trade, they're genuinely disappointed in themselves. But if they follow their checklist flawlessly, manage their risk perfectly, and the trade still ends up losing money, a perfect losing trade, they actually celebrate it. They have completely disconnected their self-worth from short-term profit and loss, focusing entirely on flawless execution. But here's the catch. Flawless execution is virtually impossible if you are operating outside your limits, which brings us to the crucial difference between your psychological comfort zone and your financial comfort zone. Our source shares a deeply personal anecdote about this that absolutely hits the nail on the head. Early in their career, they calculated they could financially afford a 10% risk on a trade they had high conviction in. Mathematically, it was totally safe. But when the trade moved against them and hit just a 7% drawdown, they literally couldn't sleep. They were checking the position every 5 minutes, becoming incredibly irritable. That was the moment they realized optimal position sizing isn't just determined by a bank account balance or some math formula. It's heavily determined by your personal stress tolerance. If a trade is giving you sleepless nights, for sure, you have sized it way too big. Respecting that personal stress tolerance is what allows you to finally transition away from the lottery ticket mentality. Look, way too many people want explosive growth in a matter of weeks. They want to get rich quick and change their lives overnight. But institutional traders, they approach the market like they're building a business. They are looking for compound growth over decades. When you adopt a 20-year mindset, suddenly conservative risk management becomes an obvious, undeniable necessity. One bad day doesn't derail a 20-year career. You stop aiming for that gambler's rush, and you start targeting modest, reliable daily milestones. Which brings us to our final point, and a question I really want to leave you with today. Will you keep endlessly searching for the perfect, flawless strategy, or will you finally start building the perfect mindset? Because the stark reality explained in our source material is this. Your strategy is simply what gets you a seat at the table. But having that unwavering psychological discipline, resisting your caveman brain, and mechanically executing your edge, that is the only thing that actually lets you leave with the chips. Think about that the next time you sit down at the charts. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you next time.